Though no one would like to think about it, one day you are going to be faced with death, and you will wonder, did I live life to the fullest? The sad thing is, many people would answer no. One way to make sure you answer yes is to construct a bucket list. A bucket list is from the saying, kicking the bucket, and is a list of things to do before you die. This will make you challenge your fears and fulfill your dreams. Not everything on this list has to be expensive and extravagant. It can range from traveling around the world to little things like being kind to a random stranger. The top thing on my bucket list is to visit Greece. Not only is Greece breathtakingly beautiful, it is filled with unique history and culture. Some spots to visit would be Athens, Santorini, and Balos. Another great place to visit is the Ionian Islands. For one person to fly, it would cost around $500. The entire trip costs roughly about $2,000. This includes the price of your hotel and food. Extra expenses were not added. If you would like to learn more about the Grecian culture, there are many museums to visit. One of the most popular ones is the Acropolis Museum. Another must if you are in Greece is to visit Olympus. This is where a lot of the history started, beginning in the Paleolithic era. Before you get on the plane, you must know a little about the country. The main religion is Greek, where they believe in multiple gods. A huge part of Greece is mythology, which includes ancient tales passed down about their gods and heroes. The next place I'm going to talk about is Australia. It is one of the most interesting places to travel to because it is full of nature. Its unique environment provides somewhere for everyone to visit. You can travel from a dry desert to an exotic rainforest to a lively city, all found in the same continent. Some popular travel destinations are Sydney, the Daintree Rainforest, Gold Coast, Byron Bay, and the Great Barrier Reefs. A fact about Australia is that their weather is hot and humid. The time zone is 8 to 10 hours ahead of ours. Heritage in Australia started with the Aboriginals about 50,000 years ago. While you are traveling, here are some ideas on things to do. You can go kayaking in the crystal blue water, snorkeling with the underwater life, or take a trip to the beautiful outback. Something I've always dreamed about doing is skydiving. Many people talk about how much of a thrill this is, and I would love to experience it myself. This activity lets you experience 60 seconds of freefall going up to speeds of 130 miles per hour. Michigan Skydiving Company is a trusted company in the area, located in Mount Pleasant, Michigan. You do not need any previous skydiving training for this. They will take you up to 14,000 feet in the air with a short class before. Prices average at about $200 per person. One thing I want to do in my lifetime is a color run. This color run is a 5K that celebrates happiness and health. The only rule for this race is you must wear all white. This is because at the start of the race, colored powder is thrown on the runners. Not only does this sound like the most colorful 5K ever, it also gives back to the community. All race earnings are put towards different charities. A 5K is about 3.1 miles. The next color run in the area is May 11th in Ypsilanti, Michigan. Next on my list is New Year's Eve in Times Square. This isn't the most thrilling thing, but ever since I was a little girl, I've wanted to see the ball drop in person. About 200,000 people attend every year. This event was originally hosted by Dick Clark, but is now hosted by Ryan Seacrest. The ball dropping tradition began December 31st, 1907. If you are planning on attending, it is best to get to Times Square in the late afternoon. There are extra events such as concerts after midnight. Don't forget to book your hotel and tickets very early because this is a very popular time to visit New York City. Another place I'd like to visit is Italy. While I'm there, I want to travel to Venice and Rome. This entire trip costs around $9,000. I have always wanted to visit Italy because of the amazing art and of course the food. Popular tourist activities include going to the Trevi Fountain and visiting all the history and art museums. Some facts about Italy is that their history began 200,000 years ago and their currency is euros. The capital is Rome and most of the country's climate is Mediterranean. Something else I would like to do is scuba diving in the Great Barrier Reef. This is one of the most popular tourist activities in Australia. The reef includes different species such as sea turtles, dolphins, whales, exotic fish, and different types of coral. A place to get certified in scuba diving is at the Scuba Center in Michigan. If you are looking into this, there is a trip offering 5 days, 4 nights, and 16 dives. This entire trip costs around $1,400. Before I die, I definitely want to go shark diving. The species of sharks used are tiger sharks, zebra sharks, and black-tip reef sharks. There is a place to dive in Tampa, Florida called the Florida Aquarium. To do this, you must be a certified diver. It costs around $175 and is completely safe. You will also be paired with 2 other dive masters. Next, I would like to learn how to sail. I've always been interested in this. Sailing lessons are available at GT Sailing in Holland, Michigan. This class costs $650 per person. It would teach you the basics of sailing a 20-foot boat in moderate winds. The best sailing conditions are in late spring and the early morning. The last event on my bucket list is Fashion Week in New York City. Fashion Week is in September and October, featuring about 80 different designers. Around 10,000 people attend annually. This began in 1943 during World War II because designers could not travel to Paris to see the latest designs. Unless you are invited, this is an expensive event to get into. Many hotels offer packages that include a ticket and a room and are usually priced around $900.